I did not have beer.
Yeah, tomato juice. You've got a not your father's. Kitten, what are you drinking?
I have a bubbly sparkling water.
And with that, welcome to the Tripod Sports Podcast. My name is Castle.
A bubbly
and with me
sparkling
is Catman.
water?
Yeah, that's the brand name.
And Chappers.
Bubbly.
I mean, like...
Bubbly's great, but you know what's better? Is ProStockHockey.com. Tripod10 is the coupon code. They've got sticks, they've got gloves, they've got apparel to wear off the ice, they've got laundry bags even. Go to ProStockHockey.com for all your hockey needs. Tripod10, and it's only good for the next week. So make sure you get out there and buy some stuff online from ProStockHockey.com.
Tripod10.
Tripod10. All right, let's get on to it. NHL action. Let's just start there because I want to start there unless you guys want to start somewhere else.
NHL action brought to you by ProStockHockey.com.
Pro Stock Hockey, we love you, and hopefully you enjoy this one. All right, so the Caps game. I was actually at the game on Sunday night and then watched the game last night, obviously, because I'm not a fair weather fan, but watched the whole thing. But, Catman, what do you think of the series so far?
I didn't watch a second of last night's game, but the first two games looked like they were handling their business.
They were handling their business up until puck drop last night, and at puck drop, it looked like mayhem. Nobody looked like they were in position. Nobody looked like they knew who they were supposed to cover, and frankly, the Lightning just had the jump on them, and they showed that youth that I've been fearing this entire time.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
As long as we come away with the win tomorrow night,
yeah,
we head back to Tampa up, 3-1. Okay.
I think the Caps showed that they weren't going to be hungover from beating the Penguins when they went in and beat the Lightning at home for the first two games.
You mean they dicked on them?
Yeah. So it's hockey. Some games are just going to go the other team's way if one or two people have an off night and let in a goal that they shouldn't, or are out of position. But I think beating the Penguins was their big milestone, and I'm not saying they can sleep on the Lightning, but I really think that they've already kind of gone out there and imposed their will for two games. I don't see them losing.
And this is where it gets weird. Do we ever see, and I don't know if this is a universal kind of thing with sports that have multiple game series. Do we ever see teams not intentionally throw games, but maybe not try as hard as they could so that they can have a favorable,
Christ, no. Not in the postseason.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
I just wanted to float the idea.
Fucking hope not. I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think it's a thing either. But it's worth saying once. And I regret it already.
But I don't think, especially in hockey, you can't. Hockey is one of those things where you almost have less control of the outcome of a game, than a lot of other sports. It's not necessarily a sport that one guy can make a huge difference, just by sheer determination and will, like sometimes we see in the NBA. So I don't think, especially in hockey, they're going to be like, oh yeah, we know we'll win the second game or whatever, so we're going to go out there, skate easy, skate relaxed. I don't think that's a thing. Because, you could go out there game two and be tied, and then someone, the puck could take a shitty tip off someone's stick, and then your whole plan to throw game one is up in smoke.
Right.
So I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, I don't buy it either. It's just...
Did someone say that?
No, it's just...
Okay.
Sometimes I get that kind of feeling.
Okay.
Well, it makes no sense.
A feeling is a feeling. I just didn't know if someone was promoting that theory. No,
the only person I could ever think of being that dumb is Skip Bayless to say that on air.
Or Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that goes hand in hand, right? Because they used to go hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much.
And the Vegas Golden Knights, man, that game's on.
I think that's going to go 7.
You really do?
Yeah, I really do. And you know what? When we're done strategizing, I'd like to bring up a beef with the NHL. Just bring it
up right now. Let's do it.
Why in the fuck is your number one overall seed playing in the other team's building to start the series. Then it's not a number one seed. They are not the best seed in the conference. I don't care.
Where are you seeing that they're the number one seed?
The Vegas Golden Knights are the number one seed.
How?
They won their division. Winnipeg did not win their division, but they had more points. Therefore, Vegas gets a higher fucking seed.
No, it goes by points, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
It's overall. Well, yeah, I understand the hierarchy there. You won your division, they didn't.
But like,
it also goes by.
They are the number one seed. If you look on Yahoo,
okay,
or just any playoff bracket, you will see the number one next to the Vegas Golden Knights, and you will see the number two next to the Winnipeg Jets.
All right.
I'm just saying, I looked into this because it's infuriating me.
This is weird.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it is. Oh, no. It says the, oh, no, that's the series total right there.
Yeah, I see the Predators Central number 1, the Jets Central number 2.
Look at a playoff.
Dude, I'm looking at the Winnipeg as a number 1 seed and Vegas Golden Knights as number 2 seed, and I understand that you're mad that the person that won the division should be the number 1 ranked one.
No, that's not what I'm saying, but that's not right. Winnipeg is a number 2. I will screenshot the official NHL Stanley Cup playoff bracket that I'm looking at.
Okay.
Vegas has a number 1 to it. Winnipeg has a number 2 next to it. Yahoo Sports also has the same thing.
And I just screenshot Yahoo Sports.
I think that's the where they finished in the division.
But
so
okay, there's 2 wild cards, right? There's a wild card 1 and a wild card 2.
Those don't apply.
Right. Otherwise it's it's seeded. Nashville was a number 1 seed. Vegas is a number 1 seed. Tampa Bay is a number 1 seed. The Caps are a number 1 seed.
Right.
Winnipeg is a number 2 seed. The Wild were a 3 seed.
Okay, but
check the screenshot I just sent you on the group chat. And that's straight from Yahoo's bracket, and I understand that it might be a misprint, but I'm just saying that there's something out there.
But look at the beginning of the bracket.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And why the fuck so now it all of a sudden, so in other words, Vegas was one of the number 1 seeds until they play Winnipeg, and then we go back to points? That doesn't make any sense. Like, what the fuck is that?
Well, yeah.
Doesn't the NHL reseed after the first round?
No, Winnipeg State, no. I guess, it wouldn't, in Winnipeg's case, it wouldn't have mattered, but...
Current format, 2-1-1.
Yeah, they do reseed.
I suppose they do reseed. But then the Sharks stayed number 3 as opposed to being number 2, and it looks like everywhere else they reseeded 1 and 2.
So here you go. In the first 2 rounds, the higher-seeded team has home ice advantage. Thereafter, it goes to the team with the better regular season record.
That's fucking stupid.
In the case of a tie, the league standard tie-breaking procedure is applied.
Like, that's still equally as dumb. That makes no sense. Like, what the fuck is that? What is the point?
Yeah, the way they do that division thing is dumb.
Get rid of divisions. They serve no purpose in hockey. There is no purpose. They haven't served a purpose. They've restructured them 3 times now in the past 12 years. Guess what? You can't create interdivisional rivalries if you're constantly restructuring them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea between divisions in hockey is your central division rivals or your whatever.
Well,
your metropolitan division rivals.
Yeah. And the whole 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and then the 2 wild cards is just retarded.
It's stupid. Just say 1 through 8. Just seed them straight.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there.
That's fucking I had to
We're so sorry about us bashing on the NHL.
Well, I'm not. I'm
not either. Fuck it.
I just it doesn't make sense to me, and
yeah, it really doesn't make sense at all.
I'm so upset because I literally put minutes of my life into like thinking I was having a stroke as far as like saying the Knights are the number 1 seed but Winnipeg has home ice advantage. Like, I was so confused. So that's my rant.
All right. With that, though, the Vegas Golden Knights looking okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to go 7.
Looks like they've been shopping at ProStockHockey.com.
No, but I mean, the Winnipeg's everything that we thought they were going to be. They're fast, they're young, but they're skilled, right? And then Vegas is everything that we thought an expansion team would be, in the fact that they went and bought some decent players.
I did not think they were going to be this good.
I thought they were going to be good. I didn't think they were going to be this good.
I thought they were going to be trash. So, I have no idea.
Trash. I thought they were going to be Trish Trash for a second, and then I was like, no, they've got Fleury. They can't be Trish Trash.
I hate Fleury.
Flowers is one of my least favorite goaltenders, but hey, he's got a few Stanley Cups. You can't argue with the man.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really think that's going to go 7. And I think that's good for the NHL if it goes 7, because anything to get the people of Winnipeg more involved, I think they're kind of the Nashville of this year as far as the fan base and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because they're crazy people in Winnipeg.
When we were at that
people from Winnipeg.
When we were at that Tampa Bay Caps game the other night, we didn't get anything nasty thrown at us. It was nuts.
Lame.
I fully expected to get like just railed on. It didn't happen until the third period, when this lady with her 12-year-old kid walked by us and goes, "Fuck you, Capitals, fuck you." And like my first thought was like, what a great example you're setting for your child.
Hey, the dad of that child, Cordell and Cordell, will take care of all your needs.
Did you really go there?
I did.
Oh my God. Yeah, he might need her, because might need Cordell and Cordell. Why can't I say that tonight? That was the most hate we got. Everyone else walked by us, and as they were sad walking out of the arena, they were saying things like, "Good game, guys. You know, I heard a good series."
That's very nice of them.
Yeah, it was like they knew their fate, and then they showed up in our house and whooped our ass.
Well, it happens.
Does somebody have small children with them?
I don't know. It's probably from my hallway.
Oh, that was nuts.
Wasn't that me? Sorry.
No, it was crazy. I can't believe some of the things we pick up with our microphones. All right, let's move on to the NBA action. We've had our rants.
Let's just end here.
You want to just end here?
I'd prefer to.
Okay. We'll get at the NBA
I'm
next
kidding.
week.
No, I was kidding. Sorry, I was joking. I just don't want to talk about the Cavs losing because it makes me sad. Chappers, can you talk about the Cavs losing so I don't have to? Please.
LeBron James is really good. The rest of the team is not.
LeBron James personally put the team on his back for game 2, and then the rest of the team was like, we can't even do the bare minimum to try and eke out a win here.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Love showed up, and
that's about it.
Pretty much it. What I don't understand is, like, how George Hill looks so good sometimes, and then he just disappears.
I think he's hesitant, man.
Is that what it is? It's not like he's making stupid plays. He just disappears.
But, like, that game, game 4 against Toronto, like, he looked so committed. Like, he just looked like as soon as he crossed the half-court line, he knew what he was going to do, and no one was going to stop him. Like, he wasn't dribbling around. He picked a lane, and he put his foot down. And, like, I haven't seen very much of that. And it's like, I want him to be doing that. I don't know if he's still trying to figure out playing with LeBron and kind of his role there or what it is. Because, yeah, after that Toronto game and his contributions when he played in the Indiana series, like, I really expected him to be like a good, solid contributor in this series, and I think we need him to be, but I just haven't seen it. It's frustrating. J.R. Smith went back into his hole. and will now continue to be worthless.
Yeah, I mean,
and will
Jared's
probably get suspended.
Jared's been very productive in years past when it comes about this time. What the fuck is going on with him?
Well, speaking of inconsistent,
Yeah, that guy can't figure out what, like, I don't know, he just jacks up shots, and sometimes they go in and they keep going in, and other times they're completely off, and then he doesn't really contribute much defensively, so it's like, why are you even on the floor?
yeah, he's probably the most overconfident player in the league.
Right.
Like, there are times when that suits him because obviously confidence is a great thing to have. Like, you don't want somebody to not be confident. But, like, he literally just... And he's not a smart guy. But, like,
No.
he literally, every time he shoots the ball, no matter how awkward or how awful of a shot it is, he thinks it's going in. You know?
Right.
And so when he's hitting them, it's great because he just keeps doing it. But, like, when it's not working, he's just a liability because he's, it just jacks up everything.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, I think, again, like you said, it's a double-edged sword because I actually think that's one of the reasons LeBron probably likes him on the floor with him is LeBron likes for someone else to kind of play with the same confidence that he does. But if he's not hitting anything, then it's worthless.
In fact, it's worse than that because
it's a liability.
Because he's taking shots he shouldn't. Then you're not doing well on possessions, and
Beard.
he's not great at defense. So
Yeah. Yep, it's just not looking good. The Celtics look very good. They're playing really, really good team basketball, and they're doing it without their two best players, which is kind of terrifying. And the Cavs look like whatever swagger they had after the Toronto series, that the Celtics have just taken all the wind out of their sails. But it's one of those where if LeBron scores 42 points, has 10 rebounds or 10 assists, however many he had, and 12 rebounds or 12 assists, I can't remember the numbers, and you don't win, that's generally not a good sign of things to come.
right, and like all the people who are still sucking Michael Jordan's dick and like shitting on LeBron whenever there's a comparison there, just remember that the Bulls made the playoffs without Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the Cavs would not. They would be at home watching.
Well, Catman, you had a really good point when we were talking to Andre. What was that? A couple weeks ago, last week, whenever it was.
Yeah.
About how LeBron has played with pure athletes. Jordan played with some dudes that played ball pretty well. Like, some of them were athletes, but these guys are. Like, if he had to play with the caliber of athlete, the shit that they do to their bodies nowadays,
Right.
it'd be a different game, I think.
Right, and that's like, and I think Gold's point was, look at all the stuff LeBron can do to get his body right now. There's there's cryo treatment, there's all this stuff that like modern advances in sports medicine that like can get your body right. But at the same time, everyone has the advantage of that nowadays. So it's like,
right, but would Jordan have put the work in, right? Because, like, that was one of the questions about him.
not if there was a poker tournament afterwards. But he did, like, that was the thing about Jordan. He didn't necessarily need to.
Right.
Like, he could just show up and do shit. And, that's...
I don't know. I would say I wouldn't question either person's work ethic. My point, like, I wasn't trying to go there. My point was just, just look at what LeBron is working with. I mean, he is putting up 42 points, however many rebounds, and they're still losing by 10. And it's not a junk 42 points. Like, he's shooting 60% from the field.
Right.
Like, what else do you want him to do?
Well, that was what I was saying last night, too. It was really frustrating because in the fourth quarter, all the analysis that Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy were doing anytime LeBron had the ball was, and I literally heard him, I heard Mark Jackson say this, it was a direct quote, if that's Michael Jordan, he has his foot on the gas. And I was like, that's not a thing. Like, LeBron was looking for the open man to hit a three and making passes when he would drive to the lane. So in other words, that wasn't good enough because Michael Jordan would have had his foot on the gas.
As in, like, he's going to go to the tin and score it every time? Because, like,
right.
42 points isn't enough?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like, when's the last time Jordan scored 60 in a playoff game? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know, and that's what I mean. It's just like, the guy's played the whole game. He had 21 points in the first quarter. 21 points in the first quarter. Okay? If that doesn't get you out to a good enough start, that's a problem. And if you can't close, that's a problem. And when LeBron needed to, he went to the hoop and drew the foul. But when he hit the open man that should be making their shots and they missed, that's also LeBron's fault. Because he should have just kept the ball and taken it to the hoop. So,
I mean, the life of a superstar is kind of difficult.
Right. I get it. That's not going to stop, especially if they lose. You know, what more could he have done? We're just, as I say this, we as a Cleveland fan, I'm just lucky that LeBron James doesn't listen to anybody except himself. You know what I mean?
Talking about how not if he leaves, when he leaves.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, luckily for everyone else that is a Cavaliers fan, LeBron isn't worried about anything else but what happens on Saturday. And then he won't be worried about anything else that happens until the next game. So, I would love for someone to ask him, do you think you did enough? Do you think you kept your foot on the gas enough? Because, like, only he knows the answer. He's not going to doubt himself.
Right.
That's the best thing about him.
Well, what about the other series, Golden State and Houston? They've only got a game.
They're playing too.
Yeah, they've only got a game in, but Golden State won that one game. You guys watch any of that series yet?
I watched a little.
I watched some of it, yeah. I mean, I think Catman and I hit that on the head right there. Like, Houston had a great record, great regular season, but Golden State is... They're just too good.
They're too good, and I just, they have it figured out in the playoffs, and
do we just not play defense this late in the playoffs? Is that the thing?
Well, the Rockets don't play defense ever, so that's not a new thing for them.
That's not true. The Rockets play fine defense. Like, James Harden doesn't play good defense, but the Rockets play fine defense. It's not about that. It's that the offense is so good.
Because the score the other night was 119 to 106.
I mean, yeah, like...
it was similar. The Rockets hung with them until, like, the midway through the fourth quarter, and then the Warriors just have another gear that they can go to.
I've yet to see, even good defense, you can't beat that, like, what do they call it, the Hamptons 5 lineup or whatever?
Yeah.
You can't stop that. It's unfair, really. Like, the NBA's salary cap situation is so fucked, and they just threaded the needle at the right time, and they basically have 5 All-Stars on this court at the same time, including 2 MVPs. It's just not fair.
Yeah. And, like, that's the other thing I keep coming back to. Watching both of those teams last night, whether it be the Cavs or Boston, I literally was thinking to myself, both of these teams are down 12 to 15 points at halftime, at least. I think. Okay. To the Warriors, if they go to the finals, is what I was trying to say. I didn't finish my thought at all.
Yeah, barring injury.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just don't...
The Warriors are
I don't want to get embarrassed. I really don't. And that's why, like, I would never say I want the Cavs to lose to Boston, but I will say I don't want to fucking get embarrassed again. So bad, I don't want to get embarrassed. But
all right, let's move on to predictions. Before we get there, go ahead.
The Bucks hired Mike Budenholzer.
Oh yeah, they did.
What's that gonna look? What's the story coming out of that for you guys? Is this a move up? Is it a move laterally?
It's a move up because they had shit for coaching.
Yeah, I would agree.
Also, sports gambling might be illegal in a town near you.
In Minnesota, they said
sometime
they're not pushing it through till at least next legislative session, but
That sucks.
well, yeah. I didn't exactly expect Minnesota to lead the charge on sports betting.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did.
Looks like New Jersey's going to do it first.
They already did it. That's why they were in the lawsuit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
so
but
it is
okay,
now
well,
legal.
Right.
Now sports betting is now legal in New Jersey.
Right. Are they going to develop a different framework, though?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, at this point, it's kind of like I'm with Chappers. Who gives a shit? Just get it going. I'm surprised Florida's not hopping on it quicker.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Let's get to our version of sports gambling, though. Predictions. We should probably pick some drivers for the All-Star race this weekend, even though it's kind of a joke.
What about the Preakness?
And the Preakness, we can pick horses as well. We can pick horses and drivers. How great is that? They go together like
Perfect.
sugar and sweet tea.
Imagine Brad as a jockey. That doesn't make you piss yourself. I don't know what will.
Yeah, that would be so awkward.
You can't tell the difference between him and the horse.
Right. They both have such nice smiles.
It's true. Before we get there, Chappers, who is our sponsor today?
It is ProStockHockey.com.
And what's their coupon code?
Tripod 10.
All right. Make sure
Do
you
they
go
only run 8 horses in the Preakness?
ProStockHockey.com.
Sorry, I thought you were
No,
done.
you're good.
That's what it looks like.
Let's start with the NASCAR stuff, though, and then we'll get the horse odds because somebody's going to have to share them with me on the chat. Do we have a winner yet? I think we're still going in our same order, are we not?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so Chappers, you're up first. Who are you taking for the NASCAR playoffs? Or not playoffs, for the All-Star race. My bad.
Jimmy Johnson.
Okay. I'm going to take young Ryan Blaney. Catman.
I will take...
Let me guess, Kevin Harvick.
No, I'm not going to do that. I will take...
Kenseth is in the All-Star race, just so you guys know.
I'll take fucking Brad.
All right. Brad it is. Do we have the horse odds up yet?
I do. I have them straight from twinspires.com.
Twin Spires. You're home for horse.
All of my degenerate gambling.
For
losses.
illegal gambling somehow, even before the Supreme Court's decision.
Right.
Yeah.
So...
Do you want to share the link with us?
Oh, I was just going to read them. There's only 8 of them.
Oh, I put it in the Facebook chat.
Oh, he put it in the Facebook chat, so you go ahead and just do that.
All right. Go ahead. Read us off.
Quip
Chappers.
is 12-1. Lone Sailor is 15-1. Sporting Chance is 30-1. Diamond King 30-1. Good Magic 3-1. Tenfold 20-1. Justify 1-2, and Bravoso 20-1.
No Justify.
Well, yeah. And if you want to bet Good Magic, then fuck off. But I guess you can.
No, let's take everyone else.
I agree.
I'm going
Chappers.
with Diamond King.
You motherfucker! I was about to take him. I'll take Quip. I feel bad going lower than Chappers.
I'm gonna take Tenfold.
Tenfold.
I like that name.
I want to.
Nice.
I want to do the Oppo pit strategy here. The all the horses that did the Kentucky Derby have got to be tired, right? So
Right. So that's
give me a fresh pony.
right.
Nice.
Well, I think Boltioro was supposed to run, and it looks like they even pulled him out. He was a favorite as of last week, but I guess they're resting him.
Nice. That's unfortunate, though. That would have been fun. See him run.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Chappers, do you know what's going on next?
All right, folks. Well, be sure to stop by at ProStockHockey.com, and while you're there, enter the promo code Tripod10. We'll save you some money, and with that money, you can go ahead, get yourself some ice cold Four Loko!